Exhale 3, inhale. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale 5, inhale. Exhale 6, inhale. Exhale 7, inhale. Exhale 8, inhale. Exhale 9, inhale. Exhale 10. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. And exhale the knees, the chest, the chin to the earth. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck the toes under, seat back to heels. Lift the knees up, downward facing dog. On the inhale, come forward to plank. And exhale the knees, the chest, the chin to the earth. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck the toes under, seat back to heels, lift the knees up. Downward facing dog. Soften the knees, slowly walk the feet toward the hands. Keep the feet about hips width distance apart. Hands about 6 to 8 inches in front of the feet. Pressing the palms down, modified Uttanasana. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 10. Soften the knees. Step the feet out as wide as the mat. Come down to a squat. Bring the hands together. Press out with the forearms, squeezing in with the knees. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 10. Place the hands on the floor. Come sit all the way down. Extend the legs out in front of you. Bend the right knee into the chest. Place the right foot on the outside of the left knee. On the inhale, lift the left arm up, pulling the left toes back, and twist over to the right. Look over the right shoulder, Ardha Matsyendrasana. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. And I'll come back to center. Exhale, counter twist over to the left. Then I'll come back to center. Extend the right leg. Bend the left knee, left foot on outside of right. Then lift the right arm up. Twist over to the left. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Then inhale center. Exhale counter twist. Inhale center. Exhale extend. Little tabletop. Bend the knees. Place the heels where the knees were. Feet about hips width distance apart. Hands behind you 6 to 8 inches. Inhale, lift the hips up. Exhale, let the head go back. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 10. Gently come down. And we're going to chant a little. I didn't hand out chant books. This month, we're focused on a Yoga Sutra from Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, 2.46. It's only 3 words. It's pretty simple. And probably 2 of the words, Sanskrit words, you've heard a lot because of loka samasta Sukino. So you've heard that word. And then asana, you've heard that word. So we'll just do it as a call and response. 3 ohms. Call and response. Stira, stira, sukham, sukham, asanam, asanam, stira, sukham, asanam, stira, sukham, asanam, stira, sukham, asanam, stira, sukham, asanam. Together one time. Stira, sukham, asanam. Om. Stira means steadiness or grounded. Sukham, happiness, joy. Then asana, seat. And so Patanjali, when we talk about the Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, he only mentions asana 3 times. I like to remind people of that. Like a lot of times people think that he's teaching asana the way that we're practicing it today. He doesn't know what this is, because what we're doing today is about 1,200 years old. He's probably 2,500 years old, I think, is when he wrote this book. And he really is talking about the mind. He's thinking more about our mental state instead of the physical state. But the physical state for him is the seat of meditation. And that idea of grounding and rooting down and being steady keeps appearing throughout all the yoga texts. It just keeps repeating over and over and over again, that you want to be steady, that you want to be grounded, that you want to be like rooted in what you're doing. The idea of grounding, though, like that word grounding and that concept of grounding is one that I think we all should work on in the modern world, right? Because if you open up any social media, if you open any newspaper, if you still get newspapers, if you open up you turn on your television and watch any news, it's completely ungrounded. And a beautiful metaphor for grounding is tree systems, right? Trees end up growing. We always think of them growing upward toward the sky, right? Because that's what we see. But we forget that there's a huge root system underneath the dirt that's always grounding down. As the bigger they get, the more deeper they have to go in the earth to actually not be knocked over by the wind. I have, I do a lot of gardening, and we definitely changed planting zones in New Jersey. It's gotten warmer. And about a year ago, maybe 2 years ago, all of a sudden there was this, I don't know if it's a tree or a shrub or a vine. It kind of started, it's an invasive plant. It's obviously invasive. It started appearing like by the fences, and kind of, my neighbor had one growing up in his bush that was by our fence. And it's a thick, coarse stalk that has the capability of wrapping around things, but it keeps growing up like a tree. And the first time that I saw it, well, I thought, oh, I'll pull it up. I couldn't pull it up, so I cut it. It came right back. But then finally, I started seeing them all over the place, and I said, well, I got to dig these things up, because they were like breaking the fence. I started to dig, and I kept digging and digging and digging and digging and digging. And the thing, I don't know what it's called, but it has only one single long taproot. It didn't have a lot of outward, but it was just drilling down. And to get it out, you had to dig, like a little plant like this, you had to dig like 3 feet down. It has a longer taproot system than it did above. And that made it hard to move. When we think about grounding in yoga, if we start, because a lot of times we think of asana very much like we see trees. We only see what we on the surface. If we think of grounding more starting from the state of our mental capability of grounding down, of stop the chitta vrittis, that's what Patanjali calls them, the fluctuations of the mind, so that there's steadiness and there's grounding, then the physical grounding comes a lot easier. Because as soon as an asana teacher says, oh, we're going to do balancing asanas today, the first thing you think of is like, I can't balance. So that's the mental ungrounding happening, right? So as we practice today, think about staying grounded through the sense of higher intention and breathing. Not so much about what your feet are doing or what your hands are doing, right? Think about it on a much deeper rooted level, okay? Come stand up at the front of the mat. Internasana, mountain seat. Big toes and heels touch. Tailbone moves toward pubic bone, gazes at the horizon. And even in this idea of mountain, you have this idea of rooting down, of grounding down. What do mountains do? They come out of the earth. They're grounded into the earth. It's hard to move a mountain. And then bring the hands together in undulating mudra. Set a higher intention for the sadhana today. The ability to stay grounded and steady no matter what is kind of going on around you. That equanimity of mind. And then exhale, hands by the side to Dasana, mountain seat. With straight legs, inhale, hook the thumbs, raise arms up alongside ears and arch back. Exhale, bend the knees, fold forward, take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten arms and legs. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, step right foot back, low lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog, lift hips. On the inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. And exhale, knees, chest, and chin to the earth. Inhale, slide forward, Bhujangasana. Try not to rush. Exhale, tuck the toes under, push seat to heels, lift knees up, downward facing dog. On the inhale, right foot steps forward. Exhale, left foot meets right, fold over legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, bend knees, take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, left foot steps back, low lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat to heels, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step left foot forward. Exhale, right foot meets left, fold over legs. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, and arch back. Exhale, hands by the side to Dasana, mountain seat. On the inhale, hook thumbs, reach up and arch back. Exhale, bend knees, fold forward, take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, right foot back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat back to heels, downward facing dog. On the inhale, right foot stepping forward. Exhale, left foot meeting right, fold over legs. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, arch back. Exhale, bend knees, take arms behind back, clasp hands together in a fist, straighten. Inhale, bend knees, hands down next to feet, left foot back, low lunge. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, plank. Exhale, knees, chest, and chin. Inhale, slide forward, cobra. Exhale, tuck toes under, seat back to heels, downward dog. On the inhale, left foot steps forward. Exhale, right foot meets the left, fold over legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, bend knees, hook thumbs, stand up, straighten legs, and arch back. Exhale, hands by the side, Tadasana, mountain seat. On the inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana, awkward seat. Exhale, put hands down, extend the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward, left heel down, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, hands down to earth, step back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right heel down, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step back, bend the elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, step or jump the feet in between hands. Exhale, fold over legs. Inhale, bend knees, lift torso up, Utkatasana. Exhale, come stand up, Tardasana. On the inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana. Exhale, put hands down, extend the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step or jump back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right foot forward, left heel down, rise up, warrior one. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step back, bend the elbows, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right heel turns down, come up, warrior one. Exhale, hands down to the earth, step back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog, stay. Inhale. Exhale, one. Inhale. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look beyond the hands. Inhale, step or jump the feet in between the hands. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the torso up, Utkatasana, awkward seat. Exhale, come stand up, Tardasana, mountain seat. On the inhale, bend the left knee into the chest. Give the left knee a good hug. Open up the left knee. Place the left foot on the inside of the right thigh or on the right calf. Bring the hands together in undulating mudra. Imagine that you're buried in dirt all the way to the navel. Not just your foot, but that the leg you're standing on is like a taproot. Inhale. Exhale, one. Inhale. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, five. On the inhale, bring the left knee forward. Give the left knee a good hug with both hands. Good, everybody. And exhale, place the left foot next to the right, Tardasana, mountain seat. On the inhale, bend the right knee into the chest. Give the right knee a hug. Then exhale, open up the right knee. Right foot on inside of left thigh, arm on the left calf. Then imagine navel all the way to the earth core, pressing down in the left foot, drilling down. Exhale, one, grounding. Inhale. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale, four. Inhale. Exhale, five. On the inhale, bring the right knee forward. Give the right knee a hug. And exhale, place the right foot on the floor next to the left, Tadasana, mountain seat. On the inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana, awkward seat. Exhale, bring the hands together in the prayer at the center of the chest. Twist over to the right. Left arm on the outside of the right thigh. Try to keep the knees together. Inhale. Exhale, one. Inhale. Exhale, two. Inhale. Exhale, three. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5, and I'll come back to center Utkatasana. Exhale, put the hands down, extend the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana. Exhale, bring the hands together in prayer, twist over to the left. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5, and I'll come back to center Utkatasana. Exhale, put hands down, extend legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, step, jump, walk back, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, right foot forward, left heel down, rise up, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, opening arms and hips, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale, extend the right leg. Check your back foot out. Turn your left toes up to point toward the left front corner of the mat. So not turning back that way. So just check that out, Rosanna. Just turn these left toes right up, that big toe of the left foot, right to there. So inward rotation of left leg. Then exhale, reaching to the the right. Place the right hand on the right shin, lift the left arm up, gaze at the left thumb, triangle trikonasana. So one of the ways to ground, especially in these standing asanas where both feet are on the ground, Iyengar once said that there should be association with the front foot and the back foot. So make sure there's association. Exhale 2, inhale. Exhale 3, inhale. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale 5. On the inhale, lift all the way up to stand. Then exhale, bend the right knee, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale, extend the right leg. Exhale, bend the right knee. Inhale, hands down to the earth, step back to a plank, looking forward. Exhale, bend the elbows 2 inches, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog, look at the ceiling. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, left foot forward, right heel turns down, rise up, Virabhadrasana 1. Exhale, open arms and hips, Warrior 2. Inhale, extend the left leg. Just check the right foot out, right big toe pointing to the front right corner of the mat. Then exhale, reach to the left, place the left hand down, right arm lifts up, triangle trikonasana. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale, lift all the way up to stand. Then exhale, bend the left knee, Virabhadrasana 2. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. On the inhale, extend left leg, 1 breath. Exhale, bend left knee. Inhale, hands down to the earth, stepping back to a plank, looking at the windows. Exhale, bend the elbows, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step the right foot forward in between the hands. Exhale, drop to the left knee. Move the left knee forward a little bit. On the inhale, lift the torso up, arms alongside the ears. Exhale, bring the hands together in prayer and twist over to the right. Bring the left arm on the outside of the right thigh. Options, keeping the hands together in prayer or putting the left hand down on the floor, if you wish, or a block. Both are good, but make sure you're grounded in the left hand. On the inhale, lift the left knee up and extend the right arm either toward the windows or up toward the sky. Both are correct, but you're going to get a different effect on each one of those. Exhale 1, inhale. extend. Exhale, 2. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, come back to center. Place the hands on the floor. Frame the right foot. Exhale, extend the right leg. Move the left foot forward until the heel is on the ground. You're not on a tightrope, and you didn't turn the left foot out. You're like railroad tracks. You're grounded. Inhale, lift the head and chest. Energetically pull the right hip back toward the mirrors. And then exhale, fold forward over the extended right leg. Here you can walk the arms forward. That's correct. You can walk the hands back toward the mirrors. That's correct. You're going to get a different effect from both of those. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now on the inhale, lift the head and chest. Come to a flat back. Bring the left hand to the outside of the right foot. You can put that left hand on a block to ground down. That grounding is important. Left forearm wants to touch the left shin bone. Then lift the right arm up into the air and rotate. Find your grounding in this rotation. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, place the right hand down, frame the right foot. Exhale, step back to a downward facing dog. Good for you. On the inhale, step the left foot forward in between the hands. Exhale, dropping down to the right knee. Move the right knee up just a little bit. Lift the torso up. Bring the arms alongside the ears. Then bring the hands together in the center of the chest. Twist left. Right arm on the outside of the left thigh. Options. Keeping the hands together in the center of the chest in undulating mudra. That's perfectly fine. Place the right hand on a block outside the left foot. If you put the right hand down, you want to ground. Then start to lift the right knee up and extend either the left arm up toward the ceiling or toward the windows. Both are different. You can feel the difference, right? When you do those two different things. Exhale, 1. Stay steady and grounded. Exhale, 2. I'm not even asking for joy today. Inhale, this steadiness and grounding. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, gently put the hands down. Frame the left foot with both hands. Exhale, extend the left leg. Move the right foot forward till the heel is on the ground. You're steady. Inhale, lift the head and chest. Pull left hip back. And then exhale, fold over the left leg. Purvottanasana. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, lift the head and chest. Come to a flat back. Bring the right arm in front of the left leg. Put the right hand on a block or the floor outside the left foot. Here again, ground in the right hand. Be grounded. Then lift the left arm up into the air and rotate the triangle. Exhale, 1. Good for you. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Stay steady. Exhale, 3. Don't be wobbly here. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, place the left hand down. Frame the left foot with hands. And exhale, step back to a downward facing dog. On the inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward. Inhale, step or jump the feet in between the hands. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, bend the knees, lift the torso up. Utkatasana, awkward seat. Exhale, come stand up, Tardasana, mountain seat. Leave your mat where it is. Everybody come over to this wall. If you have stuff against the wall, you're going to move your stuff away from the wall, your coats, your personal items. I'm going to use the wall. That's the thing with me. You don't want to have Grand Central Station around your like yoga mat, because I may come over and say, okay, everybody, let's go to the wall. All right. So everybody come to the wall. Come. We're going to come to one wall. So everybody's directions are the same. All right. So you can leave your yoga mat. You don't have to move your yoga mat. What we're going to do is we're going to be about one leg length away from the wall. I'm going to put my right foot on the wall. I want my left ankle underneath my left hip. I don't want my left foot way behind me. Okay, I'm not doing a split. I'm imagining that I'm standing in the middle of the room, and I want my left toes pointed forward toward the wall. Now, once I get my right foot on the wall, I'm going to reach over with my left hand, and I'm going to grab the outside of my right foot. Then I'm going to lift my right arm up into the air, and I'm going to twist by pushing my right foot into the wall and look back toward the center of the room in what we used to call this moonrise back in the good old days. And as you look at your right hand, try to straighten your left leg. Don't bend your left knee. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now inhale, look back at the wall. Bend the right knee into the chest. Give the right knee a little hug. And step the right foot onto the floor next to the left. Now you want to make sure that when you step forward, you're not so back that your heel isn't, so we're a little bit halfway. Right there, Angela. All right. Now step the left foot onto the wall. Right ankle is underneath the right hip. It's not behind the right hip, okay? Legs are extended. Then you're going to reach over with the right hand. You're going to grab the outside of the left foot. Then you're going to lift the left arm up by the ear. And then you're going to twist. Veronique, your right foot is short behind your hip. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Now inhale, look forward. Bring the left arm alongside the left ear. Then bend the left knee in the chest. Give the left knee a hug. And come back to your yoga mat. All right. So that was like that asana there. When I did my Jivamukti training, it is in class 6. We had to do it every day for 30 days. I hated it at the beginning of the 30-day training because I wasn't steady and joyful in it. Over time, what's interesting though is like when you do something repeatedly over and over and over again, you get better at it. So by the time we were at the end of the 30-day training, I felt much better about it. I was a little more grounded. I wasn't joyful yet. I was grounded. I wasn't falling. But I did what I just did with you. I went to the wall before class and I would practice it, balancing against something else, trying to find more grounding than just standing on the foot. Here again, these are metaphors. You need more grounding in your life than what you think. So you may need help sometimes from other areas, right? Yoga is one of those areas. All right, standing in Tadasana. Bend the right knee into the chest. Give the right knee a hug. Now, keep the right knee pointing up toward the ceiling. Take your left hand, hold on to the outside of the right foot, crossing your left arm in front of your right shin, just like you did in rotated triangle. Then lift your right arm up alongside your right ear. So Veronique, other side. As you stand up, find your grounding in your left foot. Then exhale, twist. And as you twist, send your right leg forward and your right arm back, looking back at your right hand. moonrise. So Angela, you got the wrong hands going on. Exhale 1, there you go. Inhale. Exhale 2, good John. Now look back, exhale 3, inhale. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale 5, inhale, look forward, bring the right arm alongside the right ear. Then exhale, bend the right knee, give the right knee a hug with both hands, and place the right foot on the floor next to the left Tadasana. Good, everybody. All right, let's do that on the left side. Bend the left knee into the chest. Give the left knee a hug. Now, keep your left knee pointing toward the ceiling. Right hand holds on the outside of the left foot. So the right arm crosses in front of the left shin. Lift the left arm up alongside the left ear. Stand up a little taller. Then exhale, twist, and extend the left leg forward, the left arm back, and look over the left shoulder. Moonrise. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Good, everybody. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale, look forward. Bring the left arm alongside the left ear. Then give the left knee a bend. Give it a good hug. And place the left foot next to the right Tadasana, mountain seat. Good. On the inhale, bend the knees, Utkatasana, awkward seat. Then exhale, put hands down, extend the legs, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift the head and chest, prepare. Exhale, step, jump, walk back, Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step the right foot forward in between the hands. Exhale, bring the left knee to the outside of the right foot and sit down, Ardha Matsyendrasana. So one of the things that I started exploring was, well, can you experience that same energetic that you didn't find really grounding in other ways, right? That's what asana is so beautiful about. On the inhale, lift the left arm up alongside the left ear. Then exhale, twist over to the right. Take the right hand behind you, look over the right shoulder. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Good. Exhale 3. You can bring your hand back a little bit toward the left. This hand. Inhale. Walk it back over toward. Yeah, there. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Then inhale, come back center. Then exhale, counter twist. Then inhale, come center. And step your right foot in front of your left knee. So it's right foot in front of your left knee. So what does that mean? Right foot in front of your left knee. All right. Now, come onto the ball of your right foot, lifting your right heel up. Bring your left hand, hold on to the outside of your right foot. Lift your right arm up alongside your right ear. Then as you exhale and twist, send your right leg toward the windows and your right hand back toward the mirrors, looking back. All right, so there is a seated moonrise. And there is a grounding that feels very different. Exhale 1. A steadiness that feels very different. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Now inhale, look forward, bring your right arm alongside your right ear. Then exhale, reach out, grab the inside of your right foot with the right hand. Inhale, lift the head and chest. And exhale, fold. And as you fold, lift your right shin up toward the forehead. Coming into a variation of a crane. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Lift the head and chest. Lower the foot a little bit. Bend the right knee, open up the right knee to the right side, place the right ankle on the left knee. Place the left ankle underneath the right knee. So you're going to move your right shin forward a little bit, setting up our ankle to knee. Then lift the head and chest, and then exhale, fold forward, bring the arms out in front of you. Good. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, lift the head and chest up. Lift the knees up. Cross the right ankle over the left. Put the hands on the floor blocks next to the hips. Press into the hands. Lift the seat, lift the feet. Give a little rock, give a little roll. Step, jump back, walk back. Chaturanga Dandasana. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, step the left foot forward in between the hands. Exhale, bring the right knee to the outside of the left foot and sit down, Ardha Matsyendrasana. On the inhale, lift the right arm up alongside the right ear. And exhale, twist over to the left. Inhale. Exhale, 1, good. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. And exhale, 5. Inhale, come back to the center. Then exhale, counter twist. Then inhale, come back to center. Bring your left foot in front of the right knee. So move it from the outside of the right leg to just in front of the knee. Then come on to the ball of the left foot. Reach over with the right hand, grab the outside of the left foot. Then lift the left arm up. And then exhale, twist, extending the left leg forward, the left arm back, looking over the left shoulder. A seated moonrise. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, look forward. Bring the left arm alongside the left ear. Exhale, reach out. Grab the inside of the left foot. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold, bending the elbows, pulling the left shin up toward the forehead. Variation of crane. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale, lift the head and chest. Bend the left knee. Open up the left knee. Place the left ankle on the right knee. Place the left knee on the right ankle. Dorsiflex the feet. Lift the head and chest. And exhale, fold forward, Agni Stambhasana. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. On the inhale, lift the head and chest. Lift the knees, cross the left ankle over the right. It wouldn't be fair if I didn't do it on this side too. Then place the hands next to the hips. On the inhale, lift the seat, lift the feet, give a little rock, give a little roll, step, jump back, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. On the inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale all the way onto the abdomen. Good. So the closer we get to the earth, like totally the total body, the more grounded we feel. Like, probably everybody feels really super grounded right now. It's like, oh, this is nice. Squeeze the legs together, reach the arms back toward the mirrors. On the inhale, lift up. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Gently come down. And that is kind of like the enigma of a lot of the yoga asanas. The more you come off of the earth or just have fewer points on the earth, like if you're balancing on one foot, how do you stay steady and grounded when compared to like right now where you feel probably very grounded? Well, it's mental. It's not physical. Bend the knees, reach back, grab the ankles. On the inhale, lift up. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Gently come down and release. And that's why I like to, a lot of times we'll explore the energetic of an asana personally in my own sadhana, like at the wall, then doing it in the middle of the room, but then do it sitting down, but then maybe do it laying down on my back to figure out, is it the holding onto the foot and twisting that's the problem? Or is it my mental fear of like the fewer points I have on the earth, I become mentally ungrounded? That's why we're kind of doing this moonrise several different ways. In reality, your rotated triangle is moonrise. You're just forward folded in it. Then there's the one at the wall. Then there's the one we did in the middle of the room. But then there's the seated version we do it. We're going to do it also on the back in a minute. Bend the knees, reach back, grab the ankles. And on the inhale, kick the feet back into the hands and lift up. Dhanurasana. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, come down. Release the feet. Relax. A little vinyasa. Bring the hands next to the chest. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to plank. And exhale all the way onto the abdomen. Roll over onto the back. And let's do a little, I want to do a little extension of the arms. Take a block, put it on the lowest setting, lift up the hips, put the block underneath the sacrum. Yep. And then once you kind of have the sacrum down on the block, you can extend your legs out. And then take your second block and put that between the hands and lift that straight up into the air, and then reach the arms back toward the windows, but don't lay the block on the ground. Just stretch. Imagine that you're stretching from the navel to the mirrors and from the navel to the windows. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Good. Lift the block up into the air. Set the block to the side. Bend the knees. Put the feet on the ground. Lift the hips. Now here, you could keep the block underneath the hips if you want to come into a supported half bridge. If you would like to experience upward bow, take the block out. Place the hands next to the head. And on the inhale, press into the hands and the feet and lift the body off the floor. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Good. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Bring the chin to the chin. I know, I noticed that. And come down the upper, the middle, the lower back. Good. And she'll wipe the knees a little bit if that feels good to you. All right, place the hands next to the head. On the inhale, come up a second time. Exhale 1, inhale. Exhale 2, inhale. Exhale 3, inhale. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale 5, bring the chin to the chest and come down, upper, middle, lower back. One last time, place the hands next to the head. On the inhale, come back up. Exhale 1, good. Inhale. Exhale 2, inhale. Exhale 3, inhale. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale 5, bring the chin to the chest and come down. Good. Give the knees a little hug. Now we're going to do another variation of moonrise, but this time on your back. So extend the left leg onto the floor. Now bring the right sole of the foot toward the ceiling. Yep. Now reach over with your left 2 fingers, grab your right big toe. Yeah, just grab the big toe in this variation. Now allow the right leg to come all the way over to the left. You'll roll over onto your left hip and then extend your right arm out and look over your right shoulder. If you're left, you can let your right foot touch the floor, right? So here, what I would say is more important if you're experiencing that moonrise, let the foot touch the floor to the left. If the hand lifts up a little bit, that's the rotation, that's the lack of mobility in the thoracic. That's what you want to work on then. So here, laying on the ground, you can really tell a lot. Exhale 1, inhale. Exhale 2, inhale. Exhale 3, inhale. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale 5. Good. Inhale. Lift the right leg back up into the air. Give the right knee a hug and extend the right leg out. Then bend the left knee into the chest. Bring the sole of the left foot toward the sky. Reach up with the right hand. Grab the big toe with the first 2 fingers of the right hand. Then allow the left foot to come all the way over to the right and extend the left arm out. Look over the left shoulder. Now, and like I said, you're going to know if it's tightness in the IT band now that's keeping you out of the standing asana, if it's lack of mobility in the thoracic, or if it's just that, oh my God, I'm only standing on 1 foot and I'm falling. Exhale 1, inhale. Exhale 2, inhale. Exhale 3, inhale. Exhale 4, inhale. Exhale 5, inhale. Lift the left leg up into the air. Then give the left knee a hug. Yep. Then bring the right knee into the chest too. Give both knees a hug. Bring the forehead toward the knees. Rock forward, rock back, rock forward and back, rock forward and back. Come up to a seated position. You can stay facing the mirrors. Extend the legs out in front of you. Dorsiflex the feet. Lift the head and chest. And exhale, fold forwards. So don't forget, tonight, Kristen Hoffman will be here with a mystic sound journey. If you haven't been to the sound bath with her, you should come. She's wonderful. If you have been, maybe you want to come a second time, especially with all the stress of the holidays. Even if you're not celebrating, somehow that stress creeps into your life. Then next week, this class period, Yogeshwari is going to be teaching for me. So Yogeshwari will be here, so mark that on your calendar. It is a fundraiser for Azahar. It's not an extra cost. It's going to be a little longer class. We're going to make it a 2-hour class so she can talk to everybody and that kind of thing. But if you'd like to make a donation, we'll accept donations for Azahar. You know, you don't have to donate a lot. Believe me, they're raising money to send this young lady to yoga teacher training, who is in Vietnam, who is an orphan from war. I'm pretty sure it's Vietnam that the young lady's going to teacher training. On the inhale, lift the head and chest. And exhale, hands by the hips, a little inclined plank, point the toes away, lift the hips, let the head go back. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, bring the chin to the chest and come down. And let's set up for shoulder stand. Or you can go for legs up the wall, Viparita Karani. Or you can lay on the back in Supta Baddha Konasana. So no inversion, half inversion, full inversion. After last month's exploration on shoulder stand, everybody should be rocking on your shoulder stands. You should be like, yeah, shoulder stand. I feel steady and joyful there. And we could also talk about that too. You know, the Patanjali in the Yoga Sutras, he tells you, and we focused on this a few months ago. He said that you're going to have to make an effort all the time, that you're going to have to practice the sadhana, be non-attached, and focus on what's going on. So if he says that at the beginning of chapter 1, kind of middle chapter 1, really. So that would also imply that Sthira Sukham Asanam would come from a abhyasa, that showing up, making the effort, and Vairagyabhyam, non-attachment. That, you know, the repeating of constantly being present in the moment. It all works together. You know, we do kind of take these sutras and we take them apart and kind of treat them as if they're like, you know, little words, little nuggets of wisdom that can, but when you put the whole thing together, then it really makes a lot of sense. So doing something over and over and over and over again, different ways, different little slight variations of it, that would be part of that abhyasa and vairagyabhyam. Being present, showing up, being non-attached to the outcome, but noticing and being the witness to. And when we're dealing with the physical asanas that, you know, we now perform as part of the sadhana, which are, like I said, are probably only 1,200 years old. That's when we start seeing people in shapes of asanas in temple walls, about 1,200 years ago. I think that what probably may have happened is that, you know, as society became more complex, it was harder to stay grounded. So you went from Patanjali, who was only talking about your mind, to Hatha Yoga that was like, well, let's incorporate the physical body and first stress a kind of physical stability, and then we can move into a mental and spiritual stability, because the mind had become more crumpled over time. And one could say that the mind is very scattered now, because of a lot of technology. You know, I would think about like what's going to happen with AI. I'm not an anti-AI person, but I do think anytime you give humans a tool that they can be dependent on and lazy with, they will use it. And so you have to say, like, what's going to happen with things like creative writing or even learning skills or cognitive thinking? Because, oh, I'll just AI it. And it's already gotten so bad that you have disclaimers on writing and art, you know, people creating art, that it has to say there is no AI involved in this, or there is AI involved in this, because we're already kind of codependent on it mentally, and it hasn't even been around that long. So the human mind, I'm not so sure the mind has uncrumpled because of technology. It's probably gotten more crumpled, more unstable, more unsteady, because it's fragmented more. Our attention is fragmented more. And that's why in the world of yoga, quote unquote, you know, yoga on the high street, you see that people are doing 45-minute classes. How do you do this in 45 minutes? 30-minute classes. Or this isn't good enough, and they're mixing things like kickboxing, shadow boxing yoga, or Pilates yoga, or, you know, HIIT yoga. Crazy. That's the crumpling of the mind. That's the chitta-vrittis. Because no one is capable of staying in a shoulder stand for 5 minutes, like the good old days. And the good old days I'm talking about, not 2,000 years ago, but before 2020. Let the toes come overhead, let the toes touch the floor behind the head, clasp the hands together in a fist, halasana. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Bend the knees. Reach back. Hold on to the knee joints. Pull the knees a little closer to the ears. Karnapidasana. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5, and place the hands on the floor. Slowly come down, 1 vertebrae at a time, till the hips touch the floor. Extend the legs. Fish Matsyasana. Unfold the mat, move the blanket off to the side, lay down on the back, turn the palms to face upward. Puff up the chest, come onto the top of the head. Fish. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, 1. Inhale. Exhale, 2. Inhale. Exhale, 3. Inhale. Exhale, 4. Inhale. Exhale, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 6. Inhale. Exhale, 7. Inhale. Exhale, 8. Inhale. Exhale, 9. Inhale. Exhale, 10. Press in the elbows, bring the chin to the chest, and come down. Bend the knees into the chest. Give the knees a little hug. Roll over to the left. Come into a child's seat. Now, you know me. I don't mind if you use a prop. So if anybody wants to use the wall, please be my guest. If you want to use a blanket across the forearms, be my guest. Whatever you need to do for headstand, be my guest. Interlace the fingers together, make a fist. Bring the elbows a little closer together. Place the top of the head on the floor behind the wrist crease. Tuck the toes under. Lift the knees up. Walk the feet forward so the hips are over the shoulders. Stay there in a dolphin if you wish. Bring the knees into the chest. Heels toward the seat. Half headstand. Move the hips by lifting the knees up toward the sky. Finally, feet toward the sky. Full headstand. And it's interesting in handstand, and we're doing a headstand, but in handstand, it's called upside down tree, right? Adho Mukha Vrikshasana. But you could also kind of think of Salamba Shirshasana, supported head seat, as like taking a mountain, taking a tree, and kind of turning it upside down too. It's the same idea of grounding and root system that's being desired. That there's a kind of rooting into now the forearms, the shoulders, the laterals. Remember, it's supported, so there's not weight on your neck and head. And then there's that reaching up, growing out of the earth. Good, everybody. You can come back up if you want to. Just if you come down, you can try to come back up. Here again, that developing that full 5 minutes of a inversion sadhana. In the world that wants everything instantaneously and quick, Amazon Prime, I don't know if it's so good that you get it the next day. You should have to wait for it. Come on up. And don't go over. Now pull your hips toward the mirrors. Come out of the anterior pelvic tilt. There. Now as you do that, so you want, because you're wanting to go into your anterior pelvic tilt, pull your ribs in. There. Now activate your quadriceps and don't clench your butt. So make your knees kiss and relax your glutes. There. Because as you get tired, you're depending on your glutes. Because you're stronger there. Or you feel like you're more confident there. Good. Did you go on that mantra retreat? No? When was it past? It's coming up? With David Premal? Okay. All right, last 10 breaths. Inhale. Exhale 10. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Don't lean. Come a little toward me. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 1. Bend the knees, gently come down, rest in child's seat. Good, everybody. Reach back, hold onto the ankles. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale 1. Inhale. Exhale 2. Inhale. Exhale 3. Inhale. Exhale 4. Inhale. Exhale 5. Inhale. Exhale 6. Inhale. Exhale 7. Inhale. Exhale 8. Inhale. Exhale 9. Inhale. Exhale 10. Inhale, lift the torso up. And come lay down on the back with the feet toward the mirrors, the head toward the windows. Or if you're at the wall, you can go either way. And here in Shavasana, so Shavasana, remember, this is an asana. You're letting go of Mula Bandha, you're letting go of the Ujjayi Pranayama, but it probably is another one of those moments of thinking about grounding down and the connection to the earth and kind of the steadiness. The metaphor here is that, this is the moment where you realize the true symbiotic relationship between the earth and the body. That the earth is completely supporting the body, and the body, as Shava, the corpse, is becoming part of the earth. And so there's a deep, profound metaphor of grounding here. Shavasana, seat of the corpse. Gently start to deepen the breath. And as you deepen the breath, make small movements with the fingers and toes. Stretch the arms overhead. Stretch the arms and legs in opposite directions. Draw the knees into the chest. Give the knees a little hug. And then gently roll over to the right side. Pressing the left palm into the floor, lift the torso up and come up to a seated position for a meditation practice. And like I said, when Patanjali says asana, he's speaking of the seat of meditation. And that's why he only mentions asana 3 times. But sthira sukham asanam, choose a seat where you can be steady and joyful. Commit to it. Close the eyes, allow the breath to deepen, having breath awareness. And as you inhale, silently chant Om to yourself. And as you exhale, silently chant Om to yourself. If the mind begins to wander or chatter, focus on the breath, focus on the mantra. Inhaling deeply, exhaling everything out. Inhale for the sound of Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Bringing the hands together in undulating mudra, bowing the head slightly to meet the hands, giving thanks and praise for the teachers and teachings of yoga from the past, the present, and still teachers and teachings yet to be revealed. Om Bolo Sadguru Bhagavan Ki Jai. Namaste. Thank you all so much. And don't forget, Kristen will be here tonight. It starts at 5 to 6:30, so hour and a half. Sound bath. Then next Sunday, Yogeshwari is teaching for me. Come to class, sign up for class. Be loved, be vegan, be grounded.